Welcome to Small Armor Solutions. Today we're looking at the Garaysar Fear-116 shotgun. Now, this is a shotgun. Well, first off, you guys haven't seen me do too many shotguns. In fact, I think I've only reviewed one shotgun on the channel, and it was my Benelli M1014 or my M4, which, as far as I'm concerned, is the only shotgun in the world anybody needs. As far as I'm concerned, it's the most reliable and durable shotgun that there is. But this particular shotgun, there has been some requests on, and I was fortunate enough to have one of my viewers send it in for us to take a look at. Now, first off, I just want to talk a little bit about ammunition. When most of the reviewers look at shotguns, they're looking at all different kinds of ammunition. They're looking at, really light birdshot right up to, the heavy 3-inch ammunition. Well, I look at these shotguns from my perspective as defense guns and as law enforcement military. In law enforcement military, we are only using slug and we're using double-aught buckshot. So the ammunition that I used was all full power double-aught buck or slug. As you can see here, we got Winchester, we got Hornady, we got Federal, and we got Winchester, and we have slugs as well as buckshots. And if a shotgun is going to work, it will work best with the full-powered ammunition in a semi-automatic configuration. You do have guns like the Benelli that will take pretty much anything else that's out there, but a lot of the guys will go out there with a shotgun like this, which is supposedly designed for self-defense type shooting, and they'll shoot birdshot out of it, and they'll determine its quality by if it will handle that light ammunition. I took a different approach. I only went with the good ammunition. I only went with full-powered ammunition, and that's what we tested in this. But before we get into that, let's talk just a little bit about what it is. Now, as you see, it has the look of an AR-15 M16 type rifle. We do not have an adjustable stock, but we do have an adjustable cheek weld, so you can put some type of an optic on here. We do have a M16 type receiver. We have a A2 style grip. Actually, the grip's rather nice. As you can see, we have a magazine. This is a 5-shot magazine. They do have 10 as well. This shotgun was provided with two 10-shot magazines. And, of course, the magazine release works the same as any M16, M4 type. And it will hold back on the last shot, supposedly. So we do have a rail. We do have M-lock type. Well, we do have like M-lock type slots. Continuous 1913 rail. This is a 2-piece receiver. This is an aluminum handguard on here, which does get awfully hot. This is a FA type. If you call it barrel shroud, but this is also part of the disassembly of it. We're not really getting into disassembly of the shotgun because it's really not necessary. It's not what you would call simple, so it's sort of not necessary. The shotgun did come with backup sights, which tells you that it was designed for use with slugs. Now, it does come with removable chokes. As you can see here, we have full, improved, modified, improved cylinder, and cylinder. So we do have 5 chokes that come with this as well. So supposedly it will be able to be used for birdshot and ammunition like that, the lighter stuff. However, for law enforcement military use, we prefer improved cylinder. Improved cylinder works best with a slug, and also it's ideal for use with buckshot. Most of the time when you get into chokes, you're looking at shot patterning with much smaller birdshot, number 8, number 7, 7.5, that kind of stuff, which is more towards hunting. Obviously, this is not something that you would want to attempt to do any kind of skeet with. It's about 8.5 pounds with a length of 29.5 inches. So let's get right into the mechanics on it. Now, the gun was, it had a decent feel to it because, again, I'm familiar with this kind of a feel. It did get rather hot, but does this pass SAS standards? How about no? This shotgun is probably one of the first weapons I've ever got in that was a complete and utter lemon. We could not get one single magazine out of this shotgun without some type of a malfunction, whether it was a failure to feed, failure to eject. So we're going to go right to the range and we're going to see what happens. one magazine did it go through? So as you can see from the shooting footage, this thing did not cycle. It was, and we were using full powered ammunition. I would expect some potential issues with some of the lighter pressured ammunition, but no, we had probably the best ammunition in the industry that we shot, and this gun would not cycle properly. So for as far as a self-defense gun, absolutely not. For as far as military or law enforcement, absolutely not. And even for commercial, even though you're looking at a low price of $500, the gun still got to work. Now, this is one sample of an entire group of shotguns. This is the only sample that I have, so I'm giving you my experience with the one that I did have. Now, we did take the shotgun apart. We cleaned it up. We, to make sure everything was assembled properly, took it back out, and we had the same results. This thing just did not want to cycle, period. One of the things that I found with looking at some of these other type shotguns, these ones that look like AR-15s, or they try to make them look more modern, as like modern sporting firearms like this, is very few of them are what I would call reliable. When we look at the AK type shotguns, you would see that those have to have gas ports for a specific type of shot. You're not going to have one gas port that's going to take, number 8 shot and 7.5 shot, and then also take, the high power slugs and everything. You're going to have a sacrifice in there someplace. And generally, the AK shotguns, as long as you use the full powered ammunition, the guns work properly. Again, what they're designed for a law enforcement military application. But it just appears as none of them were very, very reliable. If you want a reliable shotgun, you're looking at a Benelli, you're looking at the Beretta 1301. If you want combat grade military shotguns, it seems like there's only very few out there that are really trustworthy. Even the conventional your Remington series, as long as you have it properly set up for the ammunition that you're shooting, those are even relatively reliable. But when you look at shotguns that are used by actual military, you'll see in the semis, you'll see there's very few. And the most popular being the Benelli. And again, that is a combat-proven shotgun. We've had it in our service for quite some time. And as long as you're putting the proper ammunition in it, it will work with everything. Again, that's a gas-operated, they call it an Argo system. This one here is a conventional gas-operated shotgun. Not much different than anything else. However, the way that the shotgun is set up, the reliability is just not there. And it's very rarely that I have videos where I say, hey, something just completely stay away from it. But this shotgun here, from the video that you saw from the shooting, there's no excuse for it not to cycle with military grade and law enforcement grade full powered ammunition. No excuse whatsoever. If it was to shoot the lower powered, I would tend to expect to have some kind of an issues with it not having enough energy to drive the bolt rearward. But this stuff here will shoot in a Benelli, and it does shoot in a Benelli all day long. I've used it. This has even been used in some of the Remingtons. We even had an ATI Bulldog in here that it worked just fine in. So if the shotgun won't work properly with a full powered ammunition, obviously it's not going to work with the lower powered ammunition. I tend to think a lot of the shotguns like this are really gimmicks. They're just something that is to look cool. They're not really designed as reliability, durability. It is inexpensive, which again I don't always take cost along with reliability and durability. I mean, you look at a lot of the ARs out there that are lower cost, but they work just as well as a lot as the higher end. They just don't have all the lipstick and rouge. If you're looking for a good combat shotgun or a defensive shotgun, this is not the kind of a shotgun you want to look at. You have much better options out there. Again, it's a low price tag, so sometimes you get what you pay for. And in this case, I guess you might have got what you paid for. Maybe if this thing had 500 rounds to break it in, maybe it would have gotten better. But I'm not going to spend all that money on shotgun shells to see how this is going to work. We put over 200 rounds through it of various types of buckshot and slugs, and it didn't get any better with any of it. We did not have access to the factory to send this back to anybody. This was sent in from an individual. So again, we didn't have the opportunity to send it in to have them take a look at it to see what's wrong with it. So this was a little bit different video than we've had in the past, but I do hope you guys enjoyed it. Please click like, please subscribe, even better, share.